Hey guys, what's up? This about did not happen. Thank you for being patient. It stormed really bad here. Um, I jumped up just a few minutes ago and tried to turn this computer on, and it wasn't turning on. I thought it might have got struck by lightning too. So like had to hard reset it. So it's not. I don't even know if you can hear me right now. So we're gonna have to see. Yeah, our power was completely out. Did I not say that? Yeah, power was out completely. So I didn't think this is gonna happen. Let me refresh this real quick and let me see if I can get all my options. So this usually would be streaming to Facebook too. If they can't hear it over there, it's because it's over 20 minutes late. Couldn't get the stuff to work. Just bear with me just a second, okay? Okay, can you still hear me? Thank you guys for being patient. Let me see if I can see everything now. Yes. Okay. I can see all my backgrounds and see everything. Thank you guys so much. So let me set this up. I have to pull up everything that um again that I had set up for tonight's live, but we do these things on the fly all the time and they work out. So we'll just do it that way. Uh I actually got something cool for you. So this will help pass a little bit of time for you while I set this up real quick. And it's something for you to listen to real quick.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
All right. So that's something that I put together just for us to have, like, if intermission, I gotta go to the bathroom or get something to drink or something like that. But
Intermission if I need to go to the bathroom.
yeah, I'm saying it doesn't make it as awkward then, right? Yeah, so that's what has been going on here. So this is, what I wanted to show you guys tonight is protocols of like federal, like the FBI. Everybody says in, Summer's case and and other missing children cases, why aren't the feds doing more? Why isn't the FBI doing more? Let's get them to come in and look. Well, I think people need to know about their the protocols that they go by, and kind of how it was a lot different in Summer's case. So let me continue to pull that up, and I'll share that with you real quick. It's right here. All right, let me share my screen right here. Is this the one last night, Alice? I'm trying to find the one that we were going over last night with all my stuff got taken down, man. This is not fun. Okay. So yeah, within Summer's case, okay, so by the federal government's and federal law enforcement's guidelines, within the first day, over 50% of children that go missing, is that right?
Within the first hour.
Within the first hour. Sorry, not day. First hour.
I'm coming to help.
Yeah, she's coming over here to help me. I'm swimming with my head above water right now. Barely. I'm trying to, I gotta pull this up. Like, people need the visual. You have to be able to go over this with us. Okay, there it is.
So yes, within the first hour of a child going missing, 50% of them, unfortunately,
Are found deceased.
Right, are found deceased. After 3 hours,
Goes up to 75%. Yeah, here it
And
is. It's
then-
finally loading this thing.
after 24 hours, it becomes 90%.
Yeah, so let me share this. This is a lot. It's a lot to take in. And what does it take just local law enforcement? How long does it take them to get out to Summerwell's property? Do y'all remember? Over 45 minutes. Okay. And
So when you think about that, whenever I already kind of knew this stuff, but I hadn't really heard it in this way, I guess. So whenever we were reading that earlier, he read that out loud to me, and it struck me really bad because I mean, just thinking about that and thinking about how long it takes for law enforcement to get out there, it's like the odds were already stacked up. And I'm not saying that this is, we pray on everything that this is not the outcome that's happened with Summer. We still don't know.
the thing is, they felt the need to bring the card team in immediately. That
Right.
says a lot. Here, can you knock that off me? It's something on me. Okay. What was that? Oh, I don't even want to know. Okay. So this is from biometrica.com. And it says a missing kid is never forgotten, no matter how long they've been gone, how the FBI handles missing children cases. And I hope y'all can see this. So I'm going to read along real quick at the beginning. Please follow with me. And I think you guys will get a lot out of this. And if you can, I'll share this in the description afterwards. It says child abductions are thankfully rare in the United States. The Federal Bureau of Investigation said in its Inside the FBI podcast on May 25th, Missing Children's Day. But when it does happen, the statistics tell a terrifying story. Half of all kids who are taken and unlived are done so within an hour of the abduction occurring. Within 3 hours, that number jumps to 76%, the agency says. After 24 hours, that number becomes a horrific near 90%. In 24 hours, it's almost 90%. It leaves a 10% chance.
Yeah.
It's only obvious that when it comes to finding a missing child, it's always a rare against time for law enforcement agencies. It's always a race against time. Excuse me. So helping local law enforcement find missing children and find them fast is one of the FBI's most important jobs. The Bureau has published 2 podcasts so far in its missing children's cases series. We give you a rundown of those podcasts in today's feature story, including looking at myths about missing children's cases and tips on keeping your family safe, plus an overview of the Bureau's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment CARD team, and what to do if your child goes missing, according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the NCMEC. According to the FBI's National Crime Information Center, NCIC, there were 421,394 entries for children under the age of 18 who were reported missing in the United States in 2019. May 25th is observed as National Missing Children's Day in honor of one such child who went missing on the day back in 1979. That year, 6-year-old Eaton Patz left his house to go to school, but tragically, he never made it to his bus. It would be decades later that the FBI and others would learn he was kidnapped and unalived the same day. In 1983, President Ronald Reagan declared May 25th National Missing Children's Day in Eaton Pat's memory. International Missing Children's Day is also observed on the same day. So I'm gonna play this and just let you hear this again. If you're just now tuning into this, remember that it took them over 45 minutes just to get out to the Wells property, right?
Well, a little less than that day.
Well, a little less than that
But
day,
still,
but
right
still
around-
normal times if it's 45 minutes. So they got out there within 30 something,
35, 37.
35, 37 minutes, something like that. It's not, don't quote me on that number, but it was still quite a long time. And if within the first hour, over 50% of children that are, abducted are found deceased or, unlived within that time. If it took, she had not even 20% of a chance. Now remember, just because they haven't found any evidence of abduction does not mean it did not happen, and they haven't dismissed it. They just haven't found evidence of it. So at this point, it's still up in there. Nobody's saying that Summer walked away. Nobody's saying that it was under foul play, and nobody's saying it wasn't abduction. Nobody's saying they don't know anything. They have evidence of nothing. This is an issue. And then it again jumps up to over 76% within the first 3 hours. So then, her statistics are gone by then. I mean, there's no chance if they go by that. it's this really did strike me as so bad.
Look,
Sober Tom.
change his name.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm gonna let this play. Let y'all hear it. Let me know if you can hear this when I mute it.
It's every parent's worst nightmare. You turn your back for a moment and your child vanishes. Or they run away from home. Or they're taken by someone they know. Helping local law enforcement find missing kids and find them fast is one of the FBI's most important jobs. In today's episode marking National Missing Children's Day, our host Monica Grover will share with you information about the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, an elite group of investigators who help police departments around the country find missing kids. We'll also discuss some of the myths about the FBI's involvement in missing children's cases and teach you how to keep your own family safe. I'm Steve Lewis, and this is Inside the FBI.
Six-year-old Faye Sweatlick was just playing in her front yard on February 10th, 2020, when her mother stepped inside the house for a few minutes. In just those brief moments, Faye disappeared. Following several days of searching for the little girl, she was found murdered. The investigation would reveal that Faye had been abducted by a neighbor, a killer who later took his own life. It was a tough case for Special Agent Jim Granozio, who's a member of the FBI's Charlotte Field Office's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, and the other law enforcement officers who searched tirelessly for Faye.
Even though law enforcement did everything right, the community did everything right, that family did everything right, unfortunately, we were all just too late. And that's just devastating. It was devastating on us. It was devastating on that police department, really devastating on that community. And it has lasting effects.
When looking for a missing child, every minute counts. Child abductions are rare in the United States, but half of all kids who are taken and are later murdered are killed within an hour. Within 3 hours, that figure jumps to 76% of children. And after 24 hours, nearly 90% of children who are abducted and later murdered are killed. Armed with these harrowing statistics, the FBI and local police departments know that they're running a race against time whenever they set out to find a missing child. Many police departments don't always know exactly how to respond to child kidnappings because they're such a rare occurrence. In fact, some departments might never have had one in their area before. As Jim Granozio explains,
Less than 1% of all kids that go missing are true strange abductions. It's rare, thank goodness, right? But when it does happen, it's so rare that most police departments have little experience working that case. And then when you actually go in and we actually teach how to respond to missing children to local law enforcement. And when I asked the police officers in the classroom, how many have actually ever responded to a true stranger abduction, there's very, very few officers that raise their hands.
you just heard Jim mention teaching. That's where the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment, or CARD team, comes in. The team, which is currently made up of 75 agents, analysts, and other Bureau personnel from across the country, teaches local law enforcement officers how to respond to child abductions. When a child goes missing, law enforcement can contact their local FBI office and ask for assistance from the team.
So the CARD team is a tool for local law enforcement. We're consultants, if you will. So there's nothing that says anyone has to use the CART team, but my job sometimes is to go out there and convince local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and local field offices for that matter, why they would want to use us.
Once state and local authorities ask the CARD team for help on a case, the team gets to work, first learning everything they can about that missing child. Some of the team's questions may seem like standard fare. How old is the child? Have they run away from home before? But other questions may be less obvious. Who have they been communicating with online? Does it look like they took their phone or their
Okay, so before we go any farther, they're going to go over to some missing conceptions that things that people have wrong. They don't have to wait 24 hours. Local law enforcement doesn't have to wait over 24 hours to get the FBI or the CARD team involved. They can be on scene as as soon as it happens. But in Summer's case, the FBI CARD team, as of what WJHL and what Leslie Earhart from the TBI said, I'm going to show you that real quick. So let me share this screen. We'll go back to this. Okay, so this is what they had to say about it.
Part of the search for Summer. The report today about the role of the Federal Bureau of Investigation in this case. It's one of more than 100 agencies taking part in the search for Summer. The FBI today said that it has deployed its Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team. They told us this a few days ago. Today, the FBI said their CARD team members consist of highly trained, experienced subject matter experts, including FBI agents, intelligence analysts, and behavioral analysis profilers. The agency went on to say that this team provides assistance during non-family child abductions, also ransom child abductions, and what the FBI called mysterious disappearances of children.
Okay, so they weren't very specific here, but they said they were told this as of a few days ago, and this wasn't posted till June 25th, 2021. So they could have been involved as early as, I guess, 17th, 18th, or 19th. But so knowing, as what we know, if it takes local law enforcement, at longest 45 minutes to get out to that part of Hawkins County where the Wells property is, they also have to conduct a brief investigation to see where they're at with this before they do anything else. Call any search and rescue, call whatever in. If it's over 50% of children are found deceased within the first hour, I mean,
not failed, but if they are
statistics show,
alive within the first hour, then that's a problem.
That's a problem. That's, I think that maybe something needs to happen out there in that area that Sullivan County can be there way faster.
Way faster.
I'm talking about within minutes. Quicker than Hawkins County can, all the way from Rogersville. I mean, I just think it should be something that's, goes against jurisdictions. People say, even a lot, I've heard this too. Local law enforcement, Hawkins County, is having problems with their, I can share their videos. I have signed a contract where they shared all they have
access to all.
Speaking as for WJHL, when we signed a thing that they could use all of our videos on our YouTube, we also, I guess, can use things that they put out. That's why I've never had an issue with sharing WJHL's videos and stuff. But I know I saw that earlier. But where we had to sign that they could use any video in our video section, I guess it's the same way. I've never had an issue with it as of today. But if that happens, I'll change it. Anyway, that I hope y'all are following where where we're going with this. This is yeah, it's kind of disturbing. If Sullivan County could have been called in the beginning, things could have maybe, went different. I know it's in a different part of the county. I know it's in a different jurisdiction, but they're closer. They're way closer. Kingsport, what, 10 minutes?
20 at the longest.
20 at the, yeah. That still gives a chance if it was.
That's still 20 minutes
Abduction.
faster.
20 minutes
20,
faster.
25 minutes faster. So
Your statistics are going way up.
right.
And that,
that's a crucial time period.
Right.
And I don't know. I understand the whole jurisdiction thing, and that it should be that normally with calls and things like that they want it to be the jurisdiction that the call is happening in that actually responds to the call. In my opinion, when it comes to a missing child, it should be whatever agency can get there quickest. And that's just my thoughts. Because I don't know. I couldn't imagine if something happened to one of my children and I had to sit there and wait, knowing that another agency was closer and could be there faster, that I had to sit there and wait for the agency that controlled the area that I lived in.
Yeah. And then the car team coming in as much as 3 days, 4 days later to have, I know search and rescue was kind of, brought out early on, but they, we've heard things from Robin Lane that even law enforcement down at the bottom of the hill didn't have an accurate description or picture of Summer as late as 9:00 p.m. Now, how accurate that is, I don't know. That's something Robin has stated. We've heard a lot of things that didn't make sense. People have said, well, Hawkins County budget is so low, they can't do. TBI is involved. If Hawkins County doesn't have the budget to conduct this investigation properly, and that's why I want to continue to share this thing on this on the FBI's protocols. We're going to keep going over it. But if local law enforcement does not have the ability to conduct investigation, TBI sure does. They have a budget that does, I would hope.
Right.
Their jurisdictions hold no boundary. So I've seen all these things that are.
And wouldn't that be the point of having an assisting agency? If Hawkins County was to reach out and say, hey, we really would like to do this, but we don't have the budget for it. Can you help us out?
Right. And as we go farther in on this, on this website I'm sharing, they talk about many small area local law enforcement might never see a case like this. And these are defining moments in their, in their service to their counties sometimes. And, I don't think it's shameful to have to ask for help when, if this is such a rare thing. This is a big deal. But it's also, I don't know. That's why I said it's very eye-opening. Cotton Candy I believe the U.S. Marshals. I just found this out last night. So that U.S. Marshals have a missing children's unit. MCU is what they're labeled, and they have done a lot of stuff. There is a federal courthouse, which the U.S. Marshals are stationed out of for the Eastern District of the United States in Virginia, not even 45 minutes from Hawkins County. The U.S. Marshals were involved in Carly Trent's case. Why were they not brought in this one?
They literally had a news story in March of 2021.
We're going to show it.
3 months before Summer went missing, how they were assembling this missing children's unit in Southwest Virginia with the U.S. Marshals.
Should
So why were they not?
Justice for all who arrived the same night Summer went missing with the helicopter? Because that. Now, are you talking about TBI? If TBI did, yes, but I don't know about the car team. They said, did you find anything on TBI.gov about that? People said I just showed what I could find there. I know it was later for the FBI, but also I want to keep listening to this because they, it's gonna also tell you, that the FBI will investigate missing children's cases, but not missing adult cases. You'll hear a lot right here. Hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, the wintergreen mints. That is the wrong screen. I did not want to share that one. Wow, man. Here we go. There it is. All right, I want to hear what the rest of this one says, and then we'll go on to the next one.
Their toothbrush? The CARD team uses a research-based approach in their efforts to find missing children. After they've gathered information about the child and the circumstances of their disappearance, they partner with police on the investigation. The tactics they use can involve canvassing the area, interviewing family, friends, and neighbors, and looking at what the child was doing online around the time they vanished. The FBI also often uses publicity tools to spread the word to the community. And even if authorities have reason to believe that the child wasn't kidnapped, the CAR team will still provide assistance. Children under 13 years old are less likely to run away, but older children, whether they've run away or have been abducted, are vulnerable to human trafficking and other threats. No matter the circumstances, the team's goal is always the same: to win that race against time and bring the child home. What does it take for the FBI to help in finding a missing kid? As soon as a child isn't where they're supposed to be, we want to know, and we want to help. But when it comes to missing children, there are a lot of myths out there that Granozio and his team work to dispel. You've probably heard there's something like a 24-hour rule. This notion that the FBI won't get involved in a case until after the first 24 hours, or that the FBI can only investigate kidnappings if it's thought that the child had been taken to a different state. These are damaging, potentially deadly myths. As Jim explains,
no need to wait 24 hours. There's absolutely no need to show interstate travel that the child crossed interstate lines. No need for an Amber Alert. No need to even show evidence of an abduction. The mysterious disappearance, meaning the child is just not where they're supposed to be, is enough for us to get involved and get involved very, very early.
So if you think a child is missing, it's never too soon to call someone.
All right, so did you see what Justice for All posted? He said that Chris M said something, he verified that they came in as early as the night as the 15th. If that's true, I'm glad. I just was going on by what I could find and what I read, so I didn't want to speak to as of a specific date, not knowing 100%. So I said, what WJHL said as they found out early is, a few days earlier. They weren't specific, and I didn't see on tbi.gov. I didn't get to look that far, but thank you.
I haven't seen it anywhere like actually confirming a date.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't seen a confirming date on any of the sites. So if that's true, that's good. But let me continue this real quick.
It's a crucial step because the CAR team is passionate about finding missing kids and bringing them home safe. It's tough work, but there's nothing they'd rather do.
I've done a lot of things with the FBI. I've traveled to Afghanistan, to Iraq. I've been to Nigeria. I've been in critical situations all over the country, but nothing has put me more in the arena, if you will, than working a missing child case. The command post of a missing child case is like no other location I've ever been to. The stress, the camaraderie, the work that is involved is like nothing else I've ever done in the FBI. And when you have the ability to go out and save a child and bring them home alive, it's something that stays with you and creates a little tattoo on your heart, if you will.
At this point, if you are a parent, you're probably asking yourself how you can protect your child. Moms and dads have chanted the mantra of stranger danger for decades. But as Granozio noted, strangers rarely kidnap kids, so that's no longer enough. Parents and caregivers also need to be aware of the dangers to children online. A now common strategy for abducting children is meeting them online first before luring them away. So, what are some things you can do to help keep your kids safe?
I think it's important for parents to get involved. Know what your child is doing online, know who they're talking to. Be a resource for your child, because if you're not the resource for your child to vent out frustrations, life's issues, someone online will be there for them, and then they'll make a connection. And unfortunately, lots of times, that person online is a bad guy who's trying to groom your child and not going to come in your house and try to abduct them. They don't need to, because that child's going to come to them.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. But thank you, Adrienne Hawkins, for saying that. And if you guys aren't familiar with who she is, she does canine search and rescue in the state of Alabama for missing people. But we have record of not TBI, not anybody else, you know, turning down resources that have tried to reach out to help, but Hawkins County. They told Adventures with Purpose is early on, the dive team that people have said, well, they only specialize in finding vehicles under the water, but they do a lot more than that, and they have they have evidence to prove that their ways of doing things and searching waterways is proven to work. So, we've showed emails between the main man with Adventures of Purpose and what Hawkins County told him when they offered services. They said Summer was not in the water as early as, when was it? October, November? I don't know the date exactly, but of 2021. I can pull those emails up. I was going through all my screenshots and stuff last night, and I saw them. And I, like I said, if my power wasn't wiped out earlier, I had all this set up for today. But, they've turned down other people that wanted to help. Hawkins County did. Now, I don't know why that would be.
We did the video in November 5th.
November 5th, we did the video. And
I don't know when the original email was sent, the one that we were told about before we verified it.
I could try to find them while we play this. And I'll show those emails between Jared with Adventures with Purpose and other people, and then what he said when we had our people, Gonzo and his researchers, reach out to him again and ask if it was true that Hawkins County told them that Summer was not in the water and, that their services weren't needed. That's a big statement to make, saying that they don't, know anything. I don't know. I don't know if there's a reason for that. That's very early on, though. Okie dokie. I'm going to show those emails. I'll play this and I'll find them.
So get involved in your child's life. Know what they're doing. Know who they're talking to. Know who their friends are. And know who they're communicating with. But you also need to prepare for one day that your child might go missing. So have your child's information at hand, quickly ready to go.
Prevention is key, but parents also need to be prepared for the unthinkable. That's why the FBI offers the Child ID app, which lets you store photos and physical descriptions of your child directly on your device. If your child ever goes missing, you can use the app to quickly send their information to the authorities. So instead of watching that crucial first hour after a kidnapping tick by as you search for a current photo of your child to give to the police, You can help them get to work instantly. The FBI Child ID app is available for Apple and Android devices. And know that the FBI does not store or collect the photos or information you enter into the app. The data lives on your device unless you choose to email it to law enforcement in an emergency. For more information, visit fbi.gov/apps.
I think that's important. I think we should share that right there. They have they have apps that help people have current pictures of children, because nobody knows. This doesn't just mean it could not happen to anybody, because it 100% a child could go missing in anybody's life, no matter how great of a parent you are. Or of course the statistics go down if you're more observant of your child, but nobody can watch a child 100% of their time with their eyes on them 100%. It can happen to anybody. So the FBI is encouraging people to have a current picture ready so that they can get an Amber Alert, whatever it is, out there, and uh, over the airways, so people will know about the cases early on with accurate descriptions, unlike what's happened in Summer's case. So let me continue this and I'll find that.
Renozio keeps the app on his own phone for his children. He knows as well as anyone that time is of the essence.
So literally at the click of a button, literally one button, I can email that to the responding law enforcement agency so they can have that for any missing person flyers or to send out the local and state law enforcement who are responding. And that's a time saver. It's all about time in this business. And if I can save that responding officer a half hour or an hour of collecting that data from me and I can get that to them quickly, well, by all means, I want to do that. And so I do that for my own family, and I would encourage any parent to do that for theirs.
Our partners at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children have additional resources for keeping your kids safe. Visit their website at missingkids.org. Thanks for joining us as we got a glimpse at the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team and its vital mission. While we work to find as many children as we can in those crucial early hours, kids can go missing for months or even years. No matter how long they're gone, though, we never forget a missing child, and we never stop searching. In fact, on the next episode of Inside the FBI, we'll explore the stories of a few of these kids, some of whom.
Okay, so I found those screenshots real quick for the Adventures with Purpose. And we even sent these to Ansley Daniels, WJHL. She has copies of these. So they found that to be, something too. When we told Ansley Daniels, WJHL, about this, I don't know why they didn't report on it, but they have it.
Yeah,
And
they
she
have a
found
copy
it
of
very, very interesting. Let me share these real quick. Okay. Okay, so this is from, let me zoom in on this.
This one was the original email that was screenshotted and sent to us.
Yeah, this is how we first found out about it, and we questioned this first one. So we had people that knew Jared from Adventures with Purpose reach back out and get more current emails, and they emailed back, and I'll show all that. So this is to Jared Lesick. Thank you for reaching out. This person's name was Nicole. We certainly appreciate your support. While we wish Adventures with Purpose could help all those in need of answers when a loved one is missing, Jared has inside information from law enforcement that Summer is not in the water. This, unfortunately, is not something AWP would be able to assist with. Let me see if I can find the date on this.
No, I couldn't find it.
Okay, I do have. So, that's the reason we. Oh, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the reason we reached back out to them, and I will show you the next ones. What's going on? Hope nobody's fighting down here. I don't know what's going on, chat.
I don't either. I wasn't on there.
So here's the ones that were reached back out, and these do have dates. So on Friday, November 5th, 2021, 8:49 a.m., Seeds of Hope, which is a researcher that was helping Gonzo. If y'all aren't familiar with him, he'd been on this channel quite a few times early on. He had actually was one of the first people that had went out to the property of Don and Candace and spoke to them very early on. But this is what she got in reply. So this one says, on Friday, November 5th, 2021, hello, Jared. I'm not sure either you remember me, but I've spoken to you a couple times about Suzanne Morphew. I've been working with Gonzo on the Summer Wells case, and this was forwarded our way last night. It is being said that this was your response to this gal when she asked if you would consider going out to Tennessee to search for Summer. We are wondering if you did actually send this or if someone is faking your emails. Knowing that we know what we know about you, we find this to be a bit suspicious and seemingly out of character for you and your team. You can call her or Gonzo, and they gave at any time, gave the numbers. Thank you for your time and for all you do to bring people home. Naomi, okay. Hold on. Next one. What?
I'm just glad that I told you to show the screenshots where I'd already marked all the information out.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
And not just the actual email.
So he replies early. You know, this is at 8:57 a.m. Seeds back to Seeds of Hope. Wrote, well, I forgot. No, she said again. No, this is a reply. Well, I forgot to attach it apparently, but that does answer our questions. Thank you for replying. He says back to her.
So this one right here was actually sent in between the message she sent and then this message she sent.
Okay, so yeah, he replied very quick.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
He says back to her, as for working the Summer Wells case, we have information close to the case that Summer is not in the water and that a water search is not the best use of resources at this time. There's that again. Let's go to the next one. This, I mean, if, this stuff is important. These resources, I feel like, cannot hurt at any point in time.
No.
There's so many water,
Bodies of water,
small, big, whatever. South Holston Lake, even in Sullivan County, it's humongous.
It stretches all the way
through multiple counties.
And doesn't it?
What?
Just continue.
Yeah, so let's see here. No worries at all. We like dealing with the truth, he says. I'm surprised that they would just say that like that, however. It certainly makes a person wonder how they can be so sure when she has not been found. That's from Jared. No, that's from Seeds of Hope. Sorry. And his reply back to is, you're welcome. I wish I had better news for you at this time. Thanks, Jared. So
all those were sent November 5th, and the original one, I don't know when it was sent.
Yeah. But still, people went out and fact-checked those to make sure they just didn't run with it. It was brought to our attention. People fact-checked that.
In the middle of a live, actually.
It's true. In the middle of a live stream, that was brought to our attention.
And by the next morning, we had people checking on it. That way that we could know for sure.
Yeah. How do you? I mean, what is y'all's thoughts on that? How do you feel about that? I want to get y'all's opinions. Yeah, gender's not the same. I mean, you would think that, right? Sounds like they would know something very compelling to make a statement like that. Mind you, this is before the second search even happened on November 30th, 2021. This is before they went back out and focused around Ben Hill again on the second search. So I don't know. We're going to continue to talk about it. I don't care if it's been a year. I don't care if it's going to be a year and a half. I don't care if it's going to be 2 years. I'm going to talk about this stuff. It's important. People, we got to keep digging for the truth. Summer deserves it. I don't care what any of the naysayers say out there. If you're covering this case, don't give up on it. Continue to cover it as much as you feel fit, feel is needed. And then some. I don't care. This is all relevant information. It's good stuff. There's still hope. Exactly. John Davis True Crime. That's exactly right. And I've emailed you back, bro, a bunch of times about what you were wanting today, and I didn't hear anything back. I had power issues here today anyway. If you want to reschedule that, we'll do it. But I don't know if you were getting my replies to your emails. Duty Ron comments, we found something bigger than summer. I'm trying to see. Danny Lane, I agree. I feel like any resource, like big like that. I mean, Adventures of Purpose is big. They also told Nita Diver, their group, that they didn't ask for their help. They could do what they wanted to. As long as they had permission from private properties, but they didn't. This is what Hawkins County told them. Hawkins County Sheriff's Office said, we didn't ask for your help and we don't need your help. So,
That's huge.
oh, heard it from you. He said, I don't know about Duty Ron saying that. We found something bigger. I don't know if you heard that over here. I feel like I remember that one, but I mean, possibly. All missing kids need people to keep looking and asking questions. We're going to keep on keeping on. That's right.
Exactly.
I agree. Hey, Heather Lynn. Guys, if y'all should, if you want to see an interesting live stream, you should see White Rabbits the other night. We went up there with some other people, and it was really good. We talked about a lot over there. Heather Lamb was up there on that panel too. I thought it was really good. Let's see. Where we go from here? I'm going to continue to read on that information. We were covering the U.S. Marshals MCV Missing Children's Unit. I can actually show that. You want me to? From May?
From May.
That news thing from the U.S. Marshals Missing Children's Unit.
It was in March, wasn't it?
March of 2021?
I think.
Yeah, we'll show that. Cindy, it's okay. Look, I was very late for this live, so don't feel bad. You're not the only one that was late. We were very late.
We were also.
It's like anything, everything could go wrong. Went wrong. Computer didn't want to start. I was like, my computer got struck by lightning or something. I had to do a hard reset on it. I'm very happy. So Tom says, can't we see you too?
Cam already let y'all see him and he got yelled at.
I got yelled at because I didn't have a shirt on. Hold on. Find the shirt real quick.
I'll find one.
Yeah. Okay. Do do do. No intermission music right now. Say all eyes on you, but there is none. All ears. Okay. Okay. All righty. There you go.
There's Cam. You ain't seeing me.
All right. I'll make you better. Or happy, I guess.
I'm making.
Yeah, I mean, if that make it better is what I meant to say. I won't make it better. Might make it worse. All right. Hey, Connie, my flipping life. If Ellie is not capable of solving this case, they should ask for help. Yeah, I agree. I want to see what you guys are saying real quick. That's what I asked for just a minute ago. Law enforcement had divers in the water, ponds, creeks, etc. early on, while others were walking land searching. Air, land, and water searches on the same time by over 100 agencies. Yes, Stacey Price, I agree with that 100%. But we've also shown where things weren't found. 960. That area is so vast. There is water, bodies of water that aren't seen, that are on private properties. We know that, you've heard everybody that's went out there. I don't care if there's 100 agencies or 1,000,000 men out there. I'm not going to say 1,000,000, 1,000 men searching every day for a month. You would, if whatever grid pattern or whatever I don't think people really get an appreciation of it till they see it. It's going to take more than 3 organized searches, one 13 days, one 2 days, and another one day.
Yeah, it's going to take.
And, that's just by law enforcement. And then what EquiSearch has done on their couple days that they came in on the areas that were recon, it's going to take way more than that. And I haven't given up hope on the idea and the brainstorming we had for getting people certified in search and rescue to try to organize a search to go out there on private properties. I haven't given up on that, but it's going to take a lot of work from a lot of people coming together. And to plan for a specific date, it's going to take a lot, and it's going to take a lot of research. That's why I haven't spoke a lot on it till I have better understanding of how that could even be brought to fruition.
It doesn't mean we ain't working on it, though.
But does not mean that nobody's forgot. Yeah, exactly. John Davis True Crime says vast. Agree. Amen. It is very vast. I still wonder what the 911 calls say to hair girl, hair gal. 100%. People need to get together and keep searching. We do. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Bex. I saw that. If y'all haven't seen Lip's video with Marlena Crawford interview and the things that she said, you need to watch it. And the things that Don Wells allegedly said to her dad, who has since passed away, y'all need to go watch that. I don't know if there's anything. Oh, they're trying to hit us with the. I got it.
No, it's okay. Music City Bob's already on it because I already had it too, and she already had it.
Oh, John Davis True Crime said, "Got it. I'm a hell of mod." Awesome. You people jumping all over that. Yeah. Y'all need to go see it. Now, these are alleged. This is from Marlene Crawford. She is allegedly on the property. There's before Summer went missing, and the things that she says on there, that interview, nobody got it.
Oh.
Oh. All right. Thank you, man, for becoming a member, Sir Tom.
Yeah, thank you.
I added a
I was
new.
gonna say, when did you
I added a new members.
Cracker Jack?
Cracker Jack. That's so. There's 3 tiers to it now. I did that earlier. She said that Summer was 4 years old. They were showing a video today with Jody Sue on it, and it was supposed to be on the 16th, and she said that Summer was 4 years old out of her own mouth. I don't know. Yeah. People, this exactly. Okay, I'll agree with that, Okie doke. I don't understand why people think that even if an abduction happened, how she could still not be in the area. Just because people, uh, you know, abduct children and do things, and the statistics say, what if somebody took opportunity and just went somewhere, as graphic and as bad as it's, trigger warning, but as much as people don't want to hear it, what if somebody went just in the woods somewhere there and did something bad? It's possible. I think a lot of things get, you know, uh, disbanded and people try to disprove them and push them off to the side like it doesn't happen when, there's multiple things, whether likely or not. People do things that are not statistically sound all the time. So, and it happens more than not, that things are out of the realm of, you can't profile something that is not showing, behavior that's not, that's out of the norm, if that makes sense.
Are we frozen or is it just my phone?
I don't feel like we're frozen. No, clock's going. Were we frozen for a minute?
Well, it's my phone. It's starting to storm again.
It's starting to storm again, so we've been on an hour or so. I was are we
like everything's
buffering, guys? No, frozen. Nope. Okay.
It's just my phone then. With the weather.
Okie dokie is as graphic as that is, it's possible. Very true. Thank you, Adrian Watkins, for saying that. That's the thing. I want people, you have to be open-minded. Just because it doesn't statistically say this and this could happen or that happen doesn't mean that it won't and can't and is impossible. I can't stand on that. There's things that happen, that are not profilable all the time. Hey, Sarah Silva. Coconut cream, creatively inspired by Denise. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. What?
What just happened? Siri just said, "You're welcome," when I said thank you. I said, "Is that a new feature that I have not heard of?" That they replied to me and said, "You're welcome." Did y'all hear that? I had my phone in my lap.
Oh gosh.
And nothing in this case is of the norm. Exactly. Someone across the street qualifies. I agree. Right there, too. There's a lot of things pointing at that birthday. They heard that. I was like, what happened? Yeah. I agree with that, too. But this ain't new stuff. There's a lot of things we talked about early on that we keep repeating because it wasn't heard early on. And it's not new. But we talked about it last year as soon as we found out about a bunch. What is that? Siri has what?
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. It's true. Oh my gosh, that creeped me out for real.
Did me too. What?
Desiree said my Alexa told me in the middle of the night. That's not a good idea. That Alexa we have. Well, she must not be plugged up because she did not respond.
Usually she is just.
That is a possessed box right there. That thing has said things that have scared me.
Same.
Scared me. Knew it was listening to me. That's right, Lips. I was just promoting your video with Marlena. That's definitely something, that makes you think. It's weird. And it's not only Marlena that said that. Fred Hill confirmed the same things that Marlena said. I don't know. And then, her father passed away. That's who allegedly Don Wells told this stuff to. And I'm going to go ahead and say kind of what was, if that's okay, what was said in that video. Marlena said, so she said that Don, now I'm not pushing any other perspective. This is from somebody who was, allegedly on the property of the Wells leading up to Summer's disappearance. She said that her statement on there, she said that Don Wells had went to. Now, look, I'm going to say a lot about this. I'm going to speak about some of the things Don. We got to re-listen some of the things Don said that I didn't really listen to. Haven't listened to them while they are concerning. Some of the things he said, they are strange. Now, is it because he also says things very. Sometimes, like, dude, do you understand what you're saying and how it sounds coming out of your mouth? Because it's like Don didn't have the filter. I'm like, dude, do you not have that filter in your brain that says, like, oh, man, that came out bad. Or I shouldn't have said it like that. It doesn't matter. Those things, like, I was like, Don, wow, dude, it looks bad. Yeah. Sounds bad. And I did put that video up of this, psychologist saying, if somebody asks, what do you think should happen to the person responsible of doing this to Summer? Because, the person that they asked that question to, they said, when we will find out, you tell that person that, not if, but when. In assertiveness, that person, if they reply in a light sentence, that it could show deception or they're covering for something. Yeah, that he definitely did say that he couldn't say that he wanted somebody to be in prison. And I'm like, what? Weird. That's weird. It's very weird. For all the naysayers say we haven't said things against parents and how they said, if you've watched us, yes, we absolutely have. That's concerning. And the things he said about 12-year-old, 13-year-old, and oh my gosh, that channel, I saw the 10 things that were the most concerned. Don Wells said, I listened to that today, and I was like, we were like, what in the world? Some of it's almost made me like laugh out of amazement, because like, how does he ever think that would sound good in any capacity? Some of the things that Don said, it's insane. Anyway, so Marlena says that Don Wells tells her father, Ricky Crawford, that Summer was sacrificed for their sins. I don't know. That's what she says. Now, her daughter who is a minor that was pictured with Summer on the property, a lot of people said Summer looked very gaunt and hunched over in this picture. I have it. I have her picture blurred out, but Lips, can I share your video? We'll play it real quick if you don't mind. It's very short. If she's still in here, I'll wait for her. Just let me know.
She said yes, you can play it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Lighters would say that. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay. Yeah, just now came a downpour again. Just now.
Just now.
Dude, it's not. Nothing's wanting to load for us.
I'm telling you, it's the weather.
Yeah, if I'm gonna try. Look, I'm doing my best, guys. If it doesn't, I didn't spell it like that. Okay, there it is. All right, here we go, guys. If one of the mods can throw lips links in there, I greatly appreciate it. I want to see what she said just now. What lips to say? Can they see this? Okay.
I mean, maybe my kids are looking at it like, well, maybe God will bring her back, or I don't know. But statistically speaking, I mean, there's a good chance she's already dead if you look at it statistically. And I hate to think that. I love her with all my heart, but only God, you know, if nothing else, you know, I'll see her in the resurrection. As long as I keep the commandments and I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll see her in the commandments. If that's the case.
He came and told my dad not less than probably about 2.5 months ago that he had to sacrifice her for the sins that they had committed.
That what?
Not less than probably. He came and told my dad not less than probably about 2.5 months ago that he had to sacrifice her for the sins that they had committed.
That what?
That he had to sacrifice her for the sins that they had committed.
Summer?
Mm-hmm.
Did that have something to do with the church?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had to sacrifice her to get good in God's graces or something. He told my dad that they had to sacrifice her, which, you know, back in the day, they always had to sacrifice somebody they loved to get their sins washed away or whatever, or the evil away. And that's what he told my father.
With that new church, the SDA thing?
Whatever church they were going to at that time. I think it's that woman, but then again, at Christmas time, I swear to God, I thought I seen Summer. I could still see her, that little girl, to this day. In the Cole's parking lot, and nobody's ever looked for her.
Yeah. When they made sacrifice, like, did they have to give her to the church, or did they have to, like?
I don't know. He said he had to sacrifice her for her sins. I'm guessing that he had to kill her, or they had to kill her. I don't know, but then again, there it comes back that, you know, he was a dope head, he was a cocaine addict, and he was a meth addict, he was a drunk. I mean, he was violent. And then, like I said, in May, when I went over there, I asked her if he had been out on one of his binges, and she said, no, not yet, but I feel like it's coming. He left the same damn night and never came back for a week.
He seems to do that. He kind of did that over Christmas, too.
Mm-hmm. He does it a lot. But nobody knows who his dealer is down there, though. But like a lot of people said, you get mixed up in the cartel and owing people a lot of money, they'll make you give up on your kids, or they'll kill your whole family. And where Summer was blonde hair and blue eyes, I wouldn't bet that for a minute. I I'm from Beach Creek, and
Yeah,
I know
I know.
from a fact, kids don't disappear down there. They never have.
Marlena, her father, Don supposedly, this is coming from Marlena's father. Marlena's father was telling me that Don had come to him and was talking about they had sacrificed Summer to do away with her sins and stuff. There goes another one. But anyway,
Doesn't bother me.
see, he's passed away now. I mean, so nobody can question him about it, you see.
When did he pass away?
Huh?
When did
He had a massive heart attack back, seemed like it was February, end of February.
So just recently?
In the bed or in the bathroom about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Did he do drugs or anything? Coke?
He used to years ago, but he got in church and stuff and straightened his life out and stuff. He was battling cancer and first one thing and other, but he just went in remission, I reckon, and stuff. He still had a lot of health issues and stuff.
What's his name?
Rick Crawford was his name.
And he told you, like,
he was talking about that Donna had come up there. They used to paint and stuff together, work together and stuff, and probably run coke and everything back in the day. Way I was taking. Some make ass on myself, but but anyway, he's talking about Donna come to him and was, I guess, feeling guilty the way he talked and was saying that they had sacrificed her to do away with her sins and stuff, and then something about something about her organ, something about they had taken sold her organs or something other. That was how they had the extra money and stuff around that.
Look, Squire's Castle, you can just see your way out. You've done nothing but troll for a week. There is a bunch of stuff that happens like that in this nation with things that are strange that you can look it up. So quit trying to come in here and say everything's slander. These two people, Lips, can you come up for a minute?
She can't. She's putting the baby.
I just wanted to ask. I mean, I think it would be a insightful. Can you just help? Let me ask you this real quick for further going. So Don allegedly told Rick Crawford this on what date? Not 10 months ago, not just now, 10 months coming out. I don't know when that interview with Ziggy right there was done where he says that stuff. Does Fred Hill talk to Marlena? You know, Fred was the one who initially come out and said a lot about Marlena being on the property, right? So they're saying the same things. I don't know. There's two people that are saying the same story. Did Don say that? I don't know. Why would he say that? Even if it is outlandish and it holds no water, why would Don say that to them? We know, I can just tell you, it's verified that Don did go to Fred Hill's house right as soon as Summer went missing. He was able to travel Ben Hill Road from the property that night, the 15th.
That is the truth. When
that
was said, that's true.
And this is, I'm going to go into, I think Justice for All said something the other day. I don't know why if they didn't take other people's phones and stuff, there is something at, Virginia, a judge federally said that geofencing warrants were not constitutional, but in Tennessee, I don't know if they still used them, but it's a way that they can get everybody's phone data in the general area of where a crime has happened or alleged missing person to see, if, that it's called a geofencing warrant. They can look into anything. Now, some people a federal judge in Virginia ruled that it's against the Fourth Amendment rights. That it, you know, it breaches people in the nation's rights to the, illegal search and seizure and stuff. Now, but beside, but they do happen. They have used them, and they have, solved crimes because of them. Did that happen? Did they issue a geofencing warrant and pull everybody's data? I don't know. A data dump. You've heard Detective Pruitt say they have went through tons of phone data, GPS data, social media data. Is that how they got all that from? Who knows? I don't know. Law enforcement can only answer that. But let me see here.
Did you see?
I've known since March 2nd week.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And then she said they know each other, of course. She just don't like him.
Marlena and Fred don't like each other? Okay, so that's that's weird too. Okay. Thank you, Lips. And look, get in touch with us. I emailed you back. Did you get our email? Because if you did, reach back out to us. We'll work on something together, and we'll talk about some of these issues. She said yes a while ago. What is Lips saying nope about?
I'm not liking Fred.
Oh, okay. Okay. She said, yeah, I got your email. Email us again, and I'll give you. Did I give you a phone number? Call us, and we'll talk about this stuff, and we'll figure something out to bring out this stuff and figure out the best way to present it. If you want to, you did a good job on this. That's all you did. Give him a haircut. You got rid of the mullet. Okay, hold on a second.
At the time, talking about Davis and Hinton, that was how they had the extra money and stuff around down there at the time. Talking about they wish they hadn't done it and stuff now, then and stuff. But that's just what I was
Okay, so there's that, and
basically sold out of almost.
Whoa! I do not know where that came. What in the heck was that? All right. So I don't know. I hope this has been informative. I'm gonna put together. The odds were stacked against us before this live. I didn't think it was gonna happen. We made it happen though. We covered some important stuff. I would really appreciate it, guys, if you would hit that thumbs up on this and help us to share this. Leave it, touch DNA on that like button. It would really, really help. It's a free way to help this channel. We don't ask anybody for anything. We don't ask anybody for anything monetary. Guys, we're trying to get stuff shipped out to people that we gave merch to. Sorry, it's been a little behind still. Bills and stuff come up unexpectedly. I'm trying, that people, when we give merch out, we have to pay for that merch from the company too. That's what we give out to people. So sorry, I've been behind on that, but I will get it out to you. Don't lose faith in us yet. I think that's everything I got. Let me put together another live a little better, and we'll cover some more of this stuff again. I lost everything when power went out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You mean a lot to this channel. If it wasn't for y'all, and you're not the ones that are dedicated to this channel and have been from the get-go. Okay, Lips, I just got your text. Awesome. And it's gone now. Where'd it go? Anyway, I'll deal with that as soon as I get off here. That's all. Guys, well, regardless what anybody says, if you don't like it, we pray on this channel. That's what we do. We pray out every single time because it's what matters. That's where differences are made. So we'll do that and we'll go. Dear God, we ask that you just bring answers to this. As crazy as information sounds, let us get to the bottom of it. If it holds water, let's show it as being able to be credible. If it doesn't, then let's discard it. But everything matters. Let us all not give up hope, faith that, you will bring light to this situation. Again, thank you for each and every person in this chat. Whether they agree with prayer or not, Lord, let us ask that you touch their life and show that prayer does make a difference in each and every one of our lives if we really do reach out to you for guidance. Thank you for everything you do in our life, big and small. Let us be appreciative of it all. It's all perfect in your timing. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, we again.
No, continue.
What were you going to say? Okay, I'm done. Remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice.
But justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate.
We will see you next time. Hopefully sooner than later.
Hopefully on time.
On time, right? Till next time, keep on cracking. God bless. We'll catch you.
See ya.
And I can't find the outro.